Hello, hello. Hello, Christoph.
Is that you, Bjorn?
It's a lot of babies. Meow.
You got a nice voice. Nice to hear you. Yeah, I'm out of place, man. I got to get rid of the last phone.
Yes, it's me, Chris.
That's cool, man. Nice to hear you.
I'm used to hearing you.
Yeah, I'm out of place, man. I got to.
Yes, it's me, Chris.
That's good, man. Nice to hear you.
All right, which one should I listen to? I'm confused.
I'm used to hearing you.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, no, it's better.
So how's your son?
Great, no, man. So yeah, I tried to tell you that I put some big fish in the small tank with the small fry, and mostly they eat all the fry. That was the point. Yeah, I have too much.
Well, that's.
I have enough,
We live
enough tanks to grow them out, you know. So
Well,
it's a painful choice, but it's difficult to sell them. And also, I broke my phone, my cell phone. So it's more difficult to sell them for now.
That's why we always buy more tanks.
Yeah, sure, but yeah, I wish I could, but I have my limits also, you know.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, look at all those fry. I can't even imagine how many tanks you need for that. So that's not even a bad thing that happened. It's
yeah, but look here. I kept 2 spawns, the second and the third one on this tank, and maybe there is 150 wrigglers there on this tank.
Oh man!
And yeah, in the back of you see this tank on there is 70 or 80 in it, and those guys I put 30 of them. I took 30 of them and I put them with the small fry, and yeah, on 1 hour, 2 hour times they were eating most of them. Actually, they are this size. Because on the last spawn, I was sucking everything, but I forgot like 20. Really aggressive with the female. So I put 13 small ones, like you see here. Those one are from my first spawn. And those guys, not those one, but similar size.
Biggies loves to babysit.
Same age, they were a job. Yeah, but it's done, you know, and I will suck this fry, and it's again a spawn of 100, 150, between 150, 200 wrigglers here, you see. I will do all the shops of my area. I will phone and see if they can take by 20 or 15. Even if I get one box from Peace, it's okay. But it's behind it. It's already 6-7 months work to get this size. And yeah, when
I'm trying to hook up my
the medium size, you know, like the 2 months, 1 month, I feed them 10 times a day, man. Oh yeah.
I'm still here. Give me a second. The sound is really low, and I had to disconnect to reconnect. Hold on.
Right.
My speaker.
Stay that long, Bjorn, because I have to go. I have a lot of things to do.
Okay.
Tomorrow I have some visit, and everything has to be perfect.
Dan's having a 6-hour breakfast.
Oh man, here it's almost 6 in the evening.
I think he's having
It's 5:30
for breakfast.
Breakfast, that was a long time ago. It's like 12 hours back. and I was waking at 5 a.m., but I stay in bed to 7. I get up my bed from 7 a.m. and I didn't stop. I cleaned the place, the sheets, well, everything, the floor, because it was a mess here, you know, like a single man living alone on his own from a long time, doing the minimum. So I had a lot of work to get the place clean and decent. And I mean, not decent, but really clean, that you can eat. You like you can eat on the ground.
You
So
haven't
yeah,
missed the mom for.
using my cam. So I'm sometimes responsible for echo. I will in the future buy a headphone with a good microphone. That will be better for everybody. Even if I jump
No,
to
it's not. It's not your
sometimes
microphone. It's
you
my.
have to mute me because I'm producing too much echo. The sound of the scream is going in the cam also. It's a little bit slow. Maybe it's why the sound is low.
Yeah, yeah, but that's usually funny.
Yeah, your two last showed out. They were cool, man.
What'd you say?
I say I enjoy your last production for Big Easy and Tim's Animals.
Oh, yeah, it's fun, but it's not easy when you don't put as you know, you don't have your face on. You're showing your fish. It's not that easy.
Yeah, I understand for your profession also. It's you have to take precautions also.
Yeah, yeah. So you're having some French fries with mayonnaise today? What is it? What is it you eat it with again? You
What
always
did
talk
you
about
add?
the hamburger with the mayonnaise or something funny. I forget.
Yeah, you had a mask on Big Easy.
Oh, Biggie's wants you to show his tank. He's having a fry Monday. He has new
Uh-huh.
babies from last night in his fish tank. He's on your thing.
But yeah, it's a piece of.
No,
Frame is yours, Mark. Hi, Mark.
I'm trying to.
Are you okay,
I'm trying
man?
to get this.
I'm on my tablet.
Where my biggies at?
Turn to the tablet. You can see them.
Tablets are horrible. I can't. It's so low. I can't hear. I'm trying to put my Bluetooth speaker on, but I don't know. It's connecting to something else. My landlady's speaker or something. I'm trying, but I hear you.
It's clear, man. It's all good now.
And I don't have headphones. I don't have any of that stuff. Where's those fry Mondays, Mark? Come on. I'm gonna come there and what's your girl's name again? The one that takes 3 hours to cook like Dan's breakfast? The one I told you to name a snail after?
And what about the frogs, Bjorn? They're doing great.
Yeah, I've had 9 for I don't know, about almost a year, and one recently died, but it didn't die. It got killed by another frog. The other, it was 2 females. Normally,
Yeah.
a male latches onto the female, like they hold them, they hug them. But I guess a female was a dominant female, and she just drowned the other frog.
She was maybe jealous. So
Yeah, because I guess the numbers are uneven. It's like 5 females and was 4 males, so now it's one female took out another female. Put it that way.
yeah.
She was holding it down, and I kept when I'd see it if I'm not working or at home, I would bring them up. A female killed another female
That sucks,
by
man.
drowning, not eating her or anything like that. They don't even have teeth.
When you see eggs next time, try to put them in a small hatchery or container.
Yeah, I've seen eggs several times already, and the problem was every tank I have fishing. So now I'm gonna move one quarantine tank at all times in case I see a sick fish. I could throw it in the little small tank, and also I want another small tank.
Yeah, like small containers for live birds. You know, there's hatchery there.
Yeah, but I don't have one. I have 3 guppies. I had 60. I gave them all away. I
So
kept
next
3.
time if you see one egg, put it immediately. Don't wait; it's too late.
It's all gonna work out. It just it has to just go the right way.
Yeah.
I really want to. I have a friend with a 55 gallon that I want to. I love my gold, my big goldfish with my silver dollars, but I gotta. He's just a hog. He doesn't let anybody else eat.
Mm. Yeah, you get them from 8 and 9 years, huh? The silver dollars.
9 years of what?
That's great,
I
man.
don't know what.
But, yeah, last time I lost. I released the 2 baby curries. Like I called one Cup and one Chris. One died, the big male heating. He's a badass also. The male can be really badass.
I had the
And
same.
the guppy tank has another baby going on. So in 1 month, the small one will be a brother again. Because yeah, I have an extra curry panda in the guppy platy tank.
Okay. But which one? Which
And
one is gonna?
the male, he was,
Is
I
it? Is
say,
it?
he was really badass. On the spawn before this one, the fifth one, at 4, I circled the fry. But by inadvertence, I forgot like 21, and he was really aggressive. He was taking the thing on himself alone, and he was really violent with the female, aggressive, always chasing her in a corner. I say, hey man, what's that? Then I suck the 21s that I forgot. I feed them on the biggest fry because I've already 2 spawns. I had already too much, and well, he didn't change his mood with the female. Even with no fry anymore, he was still aggressive. So when I had the
Chris,
13,
Chris, Biggie's is showing his brand new baby fry.
yeah, but I'm almost finished what I want to say. When I put
Happy
the 13 small ones, the pair went back again, and it was love between them from the time. So in the small ones, um, well, the pair was okay again. You get me?
Yeah, I got you. The
All right.
worst, the worst death I ever seen is my German blue rams. I bought 3, and one killed 2 within 15 minutes of putting them in the tank.
Yeah, you told me
You
that
just
you made
smashed
a video. Yeah,
ate that gill instantly, like a shark, not even piranha.
that's bad luck and crazy, man.
Kept slamming them into the wall.
But
But
yeah, before the geophagus, I had only curries and rams, German blue rams. And the last pair I had, without the geophagus, there was only curries and otters, ottosynchros. And the German blue ram male, he was really aggressive with the curry cats. He was always
yeah, mine
chasing
too.
them, but
Crazy.
constantly,
No,
always, not
insane.
non-stop. And so
They're so
what I did,
slow.
I put all
Look at Biggie's.
the
Oh, Biggie's on the screen. I
I
think
put all
I
the
see
curries yeah.
Biggie's peeking at me.
But
Biggie's wants his couch back.
from the time the géos were had with the German blue rams, they were like angels, From devil
Yeah, man.
they be angels. And before, no, I've only 1 pair adult, but before I had 2 extra males also. And yeah,
Uh-oh,
there was more. They were more aggressive.
Dan's gearing up after turkey dinner.
My female blue ram, she disappeared like 2-3 weeks. Was eating by the geos, but actually she find escape hiding in the filter. She jumped in the filter compartment, and I find her back 3 weeks after she disappeared.
Gene Michael said he's gonna come to your house and steal all your fish.
Who? Jean-Michel,
Gene Michael Greves.
the Canadian. Yeah.
He said, Aranda Power, down with you.
Damn.
See, you
Yeah,
called Gene out of the hiding hole. He was trying to be lurking. Hey, nice to see you in the stream, Michael. I think it's been like, what, 4 months since I got to talk to you or something crazy? I've been watching you put out some cool videos, though.
He's drawing pictures of us killing each other.
So,
power tank flies in this little screen
Bonjour, mon chum.
You eat a lot, man. You said 5 minutes. It's like 1 hour.
Well, my dang roommate came home, and you know how that goes. We got to discuss life and all the craziness going on in his life, and get caught up in the crazy.
Cachetes, Dios. Jivas les odor. That was Gene, not me.
I got to say, thank you very much for the super cool Aquacop hat. That was awesome.
DBK made that.
Super cool.
I thought it was funny.
Man. Well, I'm giving my immune system a workout. So I went and hung out. I hung out with my friend's kid because they were sick, and they were like, "Damn, my kid's driving me nuts. He's sick," and I'm like, "I'll be right over." And they're like, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "I'm gonna pick on your kid because he's sick, and if my immune system isn't strong enough, I'm gonna get what he has, and I won't need to get the stupid flu shot." So I went out and I harassed my friend's kid for like 4 hours, and they were like, "Oh, you're gonna babysit? I'm gonna go to the store, have fun." I'm like, "Fine."
Nice.
Yeah. So
Wait. I just want to say something to G. Michael. G. Michael, bonjour. If you mix up the letters, it spells Bjorn. And if you're Jamaican, it says Bjornman. Yeah, man, Bjornman.
We can hear a cop, and it's not often. I'm really impressed, man, and happy. So, one of the last video of Jeremy Sergeant Tank.
The last video I spoke was to Akash on bees aquatics.
Yeah, no, I was asking Dan if he saw of you, Sergeant Tanks, one of his last video when he get to a fish club or something, and he brings some new fish.
Yeah, he's got the box of new fish.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm really surprised from him. He was doing like a biotop, and now he's mixing African and South American. What going there?
Yeah,
because he mixing severum and frontosa. Okay, maybe the eat each other, all right, but the water is different, and you see already the frontosa going after the little severums.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
like Tim. I love Tim, but crazy mix, you know, African and American. I'm from old school, so, and I mean, in the fam, Sergeant was one of my reference, one of my greatest, I mean, one of my favorite from the way to hold fish, and I'm a bit surprised. I will not say.
Well,
because everybody have to be free and.
Well, I thought, you know, because being new to this, I just thought everybody put a fish in the tank and had a great day, you know. And then I started to learn about fin nipping and tank aggression and species not mixing. And you know, I look at my tanks, and I got angelfish swimming with guppies. You know,
yeah.
I got convicts swimming with angelfish. You know, and yeah, it makes it tough. But then I have to come back and I have to realize one true truth to this art of fish keeping is that it is an art, and I have to allow people to practice the art of keeping fish in a way that they see fit. Kind of like a painter paints a painting in a way that I don't like the painting, You know, and I can criticize the painting and be like, wait, there's too much black or there's too much blue, there's not enough yellow. But I have to understand at times that the painter is practicing their art. And I have to understand when I look at like Sergeant Tank and a few of these other guys that are mixing the fish in a certain tank, that I have to step back sometimes and go, it kind of catches my eye and kind of shocks my soul. But I think to them, it speaks to them, you know, to be able to mix continents together in a tank that's 3 feet across, fish that are normally like what, 6,000 or 7,000 miles apart. And then I get to go.
Yeah, but I
I
will
never
never
would have thought
mix.
of that. Yeah,
You
exactly.
will never find this crazy mix. If I had more room, I will do a setup for the géos. You know, I want setup for the discus because they are more peaceful and I could split them. Yeah, I will put some nice pleco with the geos and because you see when they spawn, they become aggressive, you know,
Yeah.
and that's not cool for the other fish. So I will leave them 2-3 days and then fry because it's no life for the other fish.
I've noticed that, like, you know, because people always talk about you can't mix angelfish and guppies. And my guppies do not school. But my angelfish in my 20-gallon tank will school in the front of the tank or they'll school in the back of the tank. But they're always kind of in a rough group. And they are always kind of swimming in the same direction. Guppies are totally random. They don't care. Well, the males are always chasing the female, so that would be the only thing that always in common in every tank. But I think for me, it's amazing to be able to mix the different fish and see the different swim patterns. And I know, like when you talk about the frontosas, I think if I had it my way, I'd go get like 8 of them and stick them in a 200-gallon if I had the money and the time. Because
favorite African cichlid, I prefer the smaller one from Bob's Steenfort Aquatics. Forgot the name. It's a crazy difficult name, but the blue neons ones. It's a Pacific fish. Not many prolific, and it's a bit expensive because it's still a small fish. And you easily pay $20 for one. They're really fantastic colors. Yeah, those little peaceful fish, Yanica, Chromus, they are cheaper. But yeah, the Cyprochromis, something. Stanford Aquatics, and you will find easily because he's crazy about this fish also, and he tried to start 2 or 3 colonies because they're slow breeders.
Hello, Victor. Peace, tag.
Really funny, and yeah, I like also the setup from Joey. Most of the small tanks are cool. The angelfish tank of Joey and the Tropheus one.
Hello,
I think
Aquarium
Tropheus
Cowboy.
is also.
Hey, hold on real quick, Chris. I just see real quick that Jean-Michael is sitting in chat causing a ruckus as usual. Mark Arc Aquariums is here. So say hi, Mark. V-Stag swung by. Really cool. And looks like we got the Aquarium Cowboy in the house. So we're getting quite a party here. I'm Dan, the Happy Fish Guy, and Chris is hosting the stream. So anyway, I had to just plug everybody in chat, Chris. You know how it is.
Yeah, we got Biggie's in the house.
Biggie's keeps trying to show his tank.
Can't get no love. That's all.
Yo, Biggie's just copyright his book.
I feel so lonely, baby.
Aw, Biggie's just sad now.
I'm sad. Jermaine, give me some tissue.
I'm gonna come to Ohio.
I'm gonna stop crying like a little girl. Ah.
Meow.
Mm. I'm gonna kill all my fishes. I'm mad. I'm gonna
No,
set the
no.
Ah, nobody wanna show my tank. I'm going back in hiding. Think
All
I'm
right.
crazy? I'm gonna kill my you out your mind.
Chris, please show Biggie's tank, please.
Mark. Scream is yours, bro.
I can't do it. I have no ability.
It's cool.
Do
Biggie.
I? I have no idea.
I highlighted your tank on my screen.
Let me see.
Here,
All right.
Biggies, here's the trick. All you got to do is start talking, and the computer will automatically highlight your screen. I think Chris
No,
is too lazy to click the button. I'm just saying.
I run up at the mouth, huh? I just take over everything. That's easy
That's
for me.
right.
I got a big mouth.
yeah.
What's the name of these puppies anyway? I don't know. I got them for free.
Are you scaring the fish?
Nope.
They're
I'm gonna
hiding
eat them
out.
in a minute.
They're hiding out in the guppy grass. I want to know what's going on.
That's not puppy guys. That's hawthorn grass. So what's the name of these guppies?
Nice looking guppies.
So what's the name of them?
Where's those tiny ones? Where's those new ones?
Oh, hold on. They hiding up in that hawthorn grass.
Everybody stop talking for a minute and let Biggie's show the new babies that were born last night.
Oh. Might have take the glass. Hold on. Can you see them? Can you see them?
Just barely.
They're so small.
Yeah?
Look like baby tadpoles.
They got born.
You have no lights on this tank, Mark?
There they go. They're so small.
Gene said he wants to hit your glass and break it.
I'll pay for that glass. That glass got stolen. If you want to buy some glass, you out your mind.
Dan, you want to read that message from G. Michael?
Yeah, it says, yo, Chris,
I see it.
I removed the heater in my aquarium like you suggested me to do, and the goldfish are spawning right now. Seems like they don't dislike a bit of cold. So now
Goldfish love the cold.
they dig it. They dig it. I put the heater back in December when the times get cold and unpredictable.
I'm Norwegian, and when it gets cold, I want to spawn.
That's it. They think the fall is coming on, and they're not going to have time through the winter, so they drop their eggs.
But yeah, I will do an upgrade on my 2 goldfish because 2 goldfish boy of one of my girlfriends. But unfortunately, she didn't want to see. She break up. Goldfish.
You like cold.
But they were becoming huge, you know. They get brine shrimp. They get the food of the other fish also. But thumbs up for those goldfish because they were gardening also, and they were spooling back all the Java moss. At a ton of Java moss in this tank, the place, and the goldfish were always putting the Java moss the tank because they were making a open area to get the food easily. That was the motivation. But yeah, they're becoming too big, and I give them to a guy huge fish tank. Actually, in a restaurant fish shop, fish as food, not as pets. But yeah, you don't need the goldfish, of course. And where's the other one, the big one? And he said, yeah, I separate them because the small one was eating on his ass.
Oh my!
It's like no sex. The fish were getting some sex or something, you know. And he split them because of that. Crazy guy.
Oranda Power.
Yeah, something like that. But first, my reaction as I didn't saw him in the tank, like a goldfish, but without eyes and really big, not a tetra blind fish from Mexico, but decent. It don't have color; it's white rose, but yeah, he don't have eyes. Huge. He's really big, and yeah, I was scared that the mine died and a small tank upstairs in the restaurant, and there are 2 or 3 fish. It's okay. But yeah, man, I know what's going on, and children coming there, and you know that they wanted to take it.
Nice shot, Marcus.
Look how big
I just
she
saw.
is. I bet she got about 30 fries locked up in her.
That's like a supersized McDonald's. That's a
I
lot of
swear that
fry.
heifer was pregnant big times. Look at them. Man, how they keep on dropping them like that?
That's like Dan's guppies. They just keep having fun, I'll say.
Bashing and banging.
Put some more light on this tank. We can see nothing, man.
Hold on, let me close these blinds.
Dan, can I ask you a question?
What?
Can I ask you a question? Is it true that a female guppy gets pregnant and you could remove the males and she'll just keep getting pregnant for the rest of her life?
The rest of her life, I don't think so.
It's limited.
3 times for sure. And
3
mostly
3 times for sure.
3 to 6 times, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Up
So
to
wait.
2.5 years later.
Right. So what is it?
Grass grows so fast.
So
wait. So my question is.
To answer
My
your
question
question,
Grass
to answer your question
So yeah,
better.
that's Curry say 1 year that the sperm of the male will stay alive in the female, but I think 6 months. But
So is it the sperm stays in the male or does the sperm stay in the water? Which is it? Because if you do water changes, doesn't it get rid of it?
Of course, no. Listen,
It's called delayed impregnation.
Okay.
And so
the sperm stay in the body of the female, and she used one sperm for 1 egg. No way that it's impossible that she get fungus in her belly. 1 egg, 1 sperm, and it's dozen sperms in one time. You know, it's why it's overstock. But she keep it alive and she use it one by one. Each egg she have always be fertilized. Can happen after the birth, but she can have babies or unfertilized eggs, or she will die. So normally she will never have unfertilized eggs one by one.
So there was a study done at a state university with guppies and genetics, and they played around for like 5 years. And they had a female, and they basically stuck her in a tank, and they lowered the temperature so that she wouldn't spawn. And then like 2.5 years later, they were like, let's play around with the temperature, and they were doing other tests on her and other stuff. But 2.5 years later, since she'd been around a male, she went ahead and produced 101 viable fry at 2.5 years later. And so the speculation, the theory is that and it was just a paper a guy wrote, and he basically said, I theorize that the female guppy can hold up to 1,000 sperm. And if the average female gives birth to 150 fry, because not all the eggs that get fertilized actually, you know what I mean? They caught unfertilized eggs in the filter. And so they were looking at that. But everything's said and done right. The guy said that he believed that the female guppy on the average would have 2 to 5 spawns, but might be able to have as many as 6 to 10 from multiple males across the time span of a year. So, but they did show that a good average was 3 to 5, and that once they made it a female, she could give birth to between 3 and 5 spawns with no male present.
Yeah.
An average for those spawns being 7 months in their study.
But I think she can also get rid of the excess of sperm. The tank with males, they're always getting like they pair, I don't know, 20, 30 times a day. They constantly after the female, even multiply males. Because like in my tank, I lost some females. I had some issues, and I lost again 2 small ones.
There's a theory that if the female gets stressed, she absorbs the sperm because it's pure protein.
Oh my!
So.
So I'm doing better with the platies than the guppies. With the platies, I haven't lost anyone, but guppies, I lost a lot.
Guppies.
Yeah, they reproduce a lot, so.
Well, it's like up in like Alaska. This is kind of off the deal, but the male and female grizzlies typically mate in July, right? That's their mating time. The female doesn't actually allow that sperm to in her system until she's hibernating, because it takes 4 months of a bear being in the mom, 4 to 5 months. So they theorize in Alaska that the mating actually happens in July, but 6 months later, December, January, is when the egg and the sperm in the grizzly bear actually come together. And that's why 4 to 5 months later, a cub is born in May, April, June. So, and the reason that it works out like that for the benefit of the bears is that the males are typically seeking to mate with females. And so if a female has a cub, the males are typically busy mating with other female bears as opposed to chasing down and eating the cub. So, yeah, if that makes any weird sense. But anyway, bottom line is, yeah, grizzly bears, there's a 6-month delayed impregnation, and that is species wide.
What about weasels?
Oh man, I haven't figured out. I guess it depends on the hibernation. But they were saying that, like Washington State and different parts of Canada, that if the snows melt off earlier and the females come out of hibernation earlier, that cubs and the delayed impregnation happens earlier. So it's not 6 months; it's more like 4 months in Canada. Which
you're still in Alaska, Dan?
I used to live
you
up there.
You still live there?
No, I wish.
No. Where do you live? Huh?
No, I
Where
wish.
do you live now?
I live out in Washington.
All right.
So
Not far from Curry, right?
So people ask me, why does it matter on the grizzly bear? And I tell people, because in humans, if the egg and the sperm don't come together in like what, 7 days or 10 days, everything gets washed out of the system. Typically 3 days is, yeah, women are viable 3 days out of a 30-day cycle. Grizzly bears are viable for 6 months out of a, well, let's just say a 1-year cycle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So people go, well, why does all this matter? And I go, I like to look at the cycles and circles of everything. Just like Jean Michael, learned that if you lower the temperature on goldfish, it kind of stresses them out a little bit, and they lay eggs or give live birth.
That's more for curries, but I was recommending that for goldfish to lower the temperature because they have to have a winter time, a period of the year where the water is getting cold. They slow down the metabolism. They will eat minus of 50
yeah.
When you put the temperature high, bro, but you're rushing the life of your fish also.
Oh yeah, no, that's angelfish guppies kept at 82 degrees, or guppies kept at 82 degrees will live 2 years, and guppies kept at 78 degrees will live 3 years. You'll actually get an extra year of life out of your guppy if the water temperature is 5 degrees or 6 degrees difference. That blows my mind. So the next statement.
I have to split. Normally, I will have to do 2 setups because the géos, it's 29 degrees Celsius. But they feel comfortable. So it's 2-3 degrees Celsius extra for them, and also that makes that they spawn so often.
Gene wants to breed his gold barbs.
Yeah.
Gene wants to breed his gold barbs. I don't know. That's what he said. And I like gold barbs. I never had any. Probably one of the few fish I never had.
Yeah, but I was recommending some Bolivian rams for Jean-Michael, and not that much prolific. To sell also, like crazy géos or something. It's not easy to sell, The diggers, they're a bit aggressive, so you cannot put them with guppies or, not a basic community tank. Yeah, it's why they have difficult to sell them also. But German blue rams, angelfish, curry cats, and small dwarf cichlids. I mean, most of all South American dwarf cichlids, they're really easy to sell. Ask a big setup, a 12-gallon is already enough to grow up the fry. have 2 or 3 12 gallons. It don't take much room. Like he wanted to have a rack system.
Look at Dan biting his tongue.
No, I'm trying to upload a video, you guys.
Oh, Dan and Chris, I wish you guys were teachers in my school when I was a youth. When I was a kid, you're very interesting and knowledgeable. You missed your calling.
I'm curious of a little bit everything, but that will be top pretensions for me to say I'm a teacher. You know, I'm interested in a lot of things: cinema, music. I love fish, of course, but there are so many things against it also. Don't ask me about saltwater fish because I don't know nothing about it. And yeah, you know my point. I'm a little bit against it because fish you can't reproduce in captivity. But we had that topic before.
The Beastie Boys rock.
Yeah, there are so many good bands, but the goats are better. I mean, the goats are better. The Beastie Boys is old school.
G. Michael loves the Gorillas.
Goats are really
Everyone
amazing.
take note.
You know, I spoke about it not that long ago. And the Tricks of the Shades, the album of the Goats, it's 2 little kids looking for Uncle Scam, and they're lost in a fair. And they go from stand to stand. They go to Noriega Coke stand, the Christopher Boat Columbus ride. And the guy, yeah, how much money you got? Oh, this is all I have. Oh, that seems to be right. And he took everything, and they say, hey, what you doing? All my money. No, kid, I discover it. And yeah, they go to the cop stand, and at the last point, they find Uncle Skim. It's a crazy stuff, man, and they're really good musicians, and they were with more musicians, 3 MCs, 1 bass guitar, one guitar, 1 drum, and 1 turntable. And this band, you know, they were making fire. They did the preview of the Beastie Boys in Belgium, and in 30 minutes they were, I mean, they were doing better than the Beastie Boys. A mini showcase of 30 minutes, and it was, wow, fantastic. And also, before I saw the Goats like 4 or 5 times, 1 time in a festival and 4 times in small rooms. No, not in a festival, on the preview of the Beastie Boys. And the Beastie Boys show was okay, but then they start singing, and then they play instruments. Adam at the drums, Mike D and the bass guitar, and hard rock on the guitar. And yeah, it's more professional show, the Beastie Boys, from what I saw. And yeah, the contact with the public, there is a little bit distance. With the Goats, they're really like brothers. Man, they were fantastic. The Goats, it's really the best, one of the best live band I saw. And
well, that's awesome, Chris. But wait, Chris, can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Gene Michael called me the other day, and he told me when Dan sells all his guppies, or as you call them, goopies, and angelfish, and guppy grass, Dan's going to treat us all to plane tickets. Me, Gene, and Dan are going to go to Brussels to you, and you're going to take us to an awesome concert. Is this true?
Maybe, I don't know what. I mean, we have festival, but you know, the golden times, like everything is becoming too commercial. You have Festival of Werchter. It's world famous now, and they have also a techno festival Tomorrowland. But Tomorrowland, that's crazy, you know, that there are so many strangers that people like you are drunk behind the wheel, and they will not let you go in the festival. If you have narcotics, drugs problems, they will not let you in the festival. Tomorrowland is becoming selective. But well, what about Werther? Werther, like 10 years ago, it was really cool, like 20 years ago maybe, because you buy your ticket, you're free to go everywhere you want. But now there are so many people, there are zones, you know, you buy your ticket, and with your ticket, there are a forbidden zone, you can't go, and that sucks, man. You know, it's not like the old festivals. And yeah, before it was working from 10 o'clock morning to 2, 3 in the night, and everybody was giving everything, you know. And no, it's so many bands at 2, 3 stage, the main stage, in a tent, in a big tent, a marquee, and there are 2, 3 bands going in the same time. You have to make a choice. So if I can choose, I will go for a band I love in a small, for just only one live piece. And actually, one of the last concert I saw, it was Chris Cornell, and that was maybe already 2 years ago or something. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. He was playing songs of Soundgarden and Audioslave. He did well. He didn't play that much songs of his new album releasing with Timbaland. I don't know. He did a rap production also. But and against this rock thing, I love also classical music like gamba viol. Yeah, it's like a violin, contrabass, but really from the whole time. And so yeah, I love classical music, and I also enjoy sitting and watching Jordi Savall, for example. That's my favorite master of music. And yeah, I also enjoy hip hop and classical music. I love both. And with classical music, it's always perfect, you know. It sounds like the disc.
Oh yes, I love that too. But G. Michael insists he loves Justin Bieber or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, for Bolivian realms, 25 degrees Celsius, it's perfect. But yeah, if you know, I mean, I've all what I'm speaking about. I have playlist on my channel. So if you go watch my Viva El Barroca viol, it's all both classical music and most of Jordi Savall pieces. And this guy is really amazing. He's the best musician. I don't care it's about rock or anything, but the way he goes with the instrument, the modesty, the genius of the guy, it's incredible. And yeah, he fell in love with a woman, Montserrat Figueras, but she died from cancer, I don't know, maybe 6, 8 years ago. And he's still doing music, and sometimes he plays with his son and his daughter also. His daughter play harpish, and his son lute, classical guitar, in all style, and he sings also. But yeah, Jordi Savall for me, it's magic. You know, it's even if it's music from 5000 or something, it still rocks. I mean, in the way that he play with his soul, and he is a genius. That he makes so old music so fresh. You know, music from the Middle Age, music from the Renaissance. It's wonderful. The way he goes with the instrument, the modesty, the purity of his heart, that's all in his music, you know. And he's really humble. He's modest and so genius in the same time. And he can play alone. And uh, I mean, he's also master dirigent of 100 musicians. No problem for him. Huh? Yeah, he's an amazing guy. Smack my bitch. Brave. Yeah, Brave of this crazy band. Yeah, Prodigy. Well, I will end the stream, guys. Thanks for coming. I love you all, and it was really cool to hear you. And yeah, Bjorn, you make me a big pleasure to speak to me. Thanks again, Dan and Big Easy. Thank you for coming up, guys.
Well, Chris,
But
thank you.
yeah, I will stream again. Don't worry. But
All right.
yeah, I have to things going on here.
All right. Hey,
But,
see
love you guys.
if we can get Gene to stream next.
No, Gene is in school.
Oh man.
He's sitting in the cafeteria eating macaroni and cheese.
Wow, I missed a whole bunch of junk in chat trying to upload this video, you guys. Oh wow.
Well, Dan, you told me and Biggie's that you were going to stream like 12 hours ago, that you just wanted to have breakfast. And that's why me and Biggie's are like, what is he eating? A stuffed turkey?
Holy moly, you guys! I have been like, I can't even tell you the amount of stuff I've eaten. I've had like drinkable vinegar, like anything has been drinkable. Like I went over to my friend's house and I raided his wife's got the protein shakes. I feel bad, you guys. I'm probably just gonna have to start a stream to make you guys laugh with all the crap that I've been eating lately. Just yeah. I think I'm up to around 5,000 calories a day right now, which is ridiculous. Seriously, I've been just chowing. That's what happens when I get sick. I just charge my body with food. I feed my cold. But anyway, yeah.
Wait. Dan, what's the alleged rule? Starve a fever, feed a cold, something like that?
You can't starve a fever. You need to eat through the fever, because if you eat, that's what allows your body to raise its temperature.
Okay, so is it the opposite? Feed a fever, starve a cold? So, I just remember someone saying something like that.
Somebody said something like that, but for me, when I get sick with anything, I just start eating. Like I just go to the shopping market and I just walk around and find stuff. So I was like,
is that due to diabetes or that's just you're nuts?
no, I'm nuts. It's like I was like, ooh, grapes, avocados, blueberries. All right. Ooh, protein power shake, the green kale juice fruit. I'm like, all right. Get to the checkout. I'm like $23. I'm like, all right, let's go home and chow. So yeah, I'm sure my sugar's way out of whack right now, but oh well. Being sick does that to me. Anyway, we should let Chris get out of this stream. I guess I'll have to jump a stream up, but
Yeah.
I can't hang out for that
Can
long.
you?
I gotta get to sleep. Yeah. Hey, what should I just go start a stream and then come back here and post the link? Let me do that. Hey, you got 2 minutes, Chris?
Yeah.
Can you start drop the link like you did in my last stream?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do right this minute. Let
And
me.
Chris, can you hang in 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me do this real quick.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Let's see.
Chris, you know I love you, right, brother?
Sure.
Bonne no. Excuse my French. I'm trying to read what Chris. Bonne nuit. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Okay, cool. But let Danny Boy drop it, and then
All
we'll
right.
go. Thank
It's
you.
almost up. About 30 more seconds.
That's what she said.
Man. It says I have to end this call, you guys. How did I do it yesterday? All right, you guys, I don't know how to do the link, and I don't want to keep Chris on for 20 minutes trying to figure it out. So I'm going to just end the call, and then if you guys just go to my channel.
But I have to make a phone call now. Someone phoned me and asked me
Yeah,
to
I
call.
know. Yeah, so
But wait.
everybody just sign out from Chris's stream and go to my channel, and I should be live in like a minute. Is that
All
what you
right.
want? That's good for you, Chris, right?
I don't care. Or I mute my mic and someone taking over the stream here. The time you find your link, I don't know.
No, I'll just go start a stream. So everybody just jump from here, and I'll be live in like 30 seconds. All right, I'm signing out, you guys.
But
I'll catch you at my.
You like to put the link? No, or I could know.
Well, I have to end this.
I was waiting
call.
to end the stream that you put your hang on link on my stream. So
I know, but it won't let me. It won't let me do that. So I have to end this call, so I can start my hangout. I can't have 2 hangouts running on my computer for some reason today. So I don't know how to do it. Anyway, I'm gonna hang up. All right, bye.
So bye. I'll see you next time. And then take care.